Hello, pretty girls. Happy July. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful day. My voice, the allergies, whatever is in the air is trying to kill me. And it's started to affect my voice. And so I was hoping that maybe it would sound a little bit better before I had to do this video. But we're kind of getting down into the middle of the month. And so I can't wait any longer. So let's go through. And even though you guys have to listen to the scratchy voice, let's have a look at the July kits that you can earn when you place your order this month. Okay. So I'll have a look very quickly at a couple of things I just want to draw your attention to that are not things that are normally offered during the month. And I apologize for the noise you guys are hearing. So we are right in the middle of a cardstock sale, 20% off of all the two-tone cardstock. And so the two-tone cardstock, as you guys know, is very similar. In fact, it's extremely similar, if not this exact same as the Close to My Heart cardstock. So it has your palette color. Then on the back, there is an off palette color. So you essentially have two shades. You've got a white core in the middle for all of those really fun distressing techniques that you guys like to do, as well as tearing it, as you can see here with the graphic. But all of that is 20% off. So any of the two-tone cardstock packs, they have the variety colors as well as the single color packs. You can get them all at a 20% savings, but only until tomorrow. So it was a sale that ran from the 9th through the 11th. And you guys can get as many of those as you would like. So if you don't want them to, your favorite colors to be out of stock and that kind of thing, I encourage you guys to go ahead and get your order placed. And the orders that you place for the cardstock sale also will qualify you to earn the other incentives that we're getting ready to talk about. So something that's brand new that I have never advertised or had a part of before. There are 12 demonstrators who got together and formed a design team. And what they did was they took the components from the Make a Memory scrapbook kit. So that is you can find that over on the shopping website. It's essentially one of the really cool brown box kits, but instead of for cards or the little tiny mini albums, this is for 12 by 12 scrapbooking. And it comes filled to the brim with exclusive papers, a bunch of like tags and banners and frames and things like that. There are multiple sticker sheets. There's multiple title sheets, all different really fun elements to play with. But it was just this fun eclectic mix of things that we felt as a collective group of 12, there needed to be a little bit of direction for it. And so what has happened is we have taken apart the kit, divided it up, so that all of the people that participated on the design team were all given a select portion of the kit, and they created a 2-page layout to showcase. Okay, so we did use a couple die sets and just a few products that we shared in between all of us. So package of embellishments that you'll see on multiple pages and that kind of thing. There are going to be measurements to cut the pieces for each of the layouts. There are also step-by-step instructions, which you guys know me, I don't feature those in my business. And so I haven't had to do that for a long time. I felt a little rusty, but each one of the layouts is going to include step-by-step instructions. And you can see there's just a really great collective mix of the artists that were featured in this collaboration. So the fun thing about this is that we took two of the Make a Memory kits, and we as we said, we had 12 people, and so everybody got something different to play with. And so what we did was there are 6 different layouts available to create with one of the Make a Memory scrapbook kits. Plus there is a list of additional cardstock pieces that you will need. And if you need the supply list for that, I can send that over to you guys. So you just let me know, okay? And I'll get that to you so you know what kind of cardstocks you need to grab on sale, right? Then we took a second Make a Memory kit and we divided that up as well, and 6 more people tackled that. So what that means, and again, this is a very different structure than what I'm used to working with, completely different than what I'm used to working with, and so I'm struggling a little bit to explain it. So if you guys need to reach out to me for additional additional clarification, please do that, because I can probably talk with you through a message much easier than I can on this video. But what is fun about it is that there are 2 layout number 1s. There's 2 layout number 2s. There's 2 layout number 3s. The fun thing is that both layout number 3s use the same group of products. So what that means is that maybe you want to do layout number 1 in the top group, but you want to do layout number 2 in the bottom group. You can do that. You can pick and choose, or if you want to create all 12 of them, you can order 2 of the Make a Memory kits, order enough cardstock that's on the entire product supply listing, and you can make all 12 projects if you would like to do that. So it's kind of this really fun project where you really, truly get to pick and choose what you create, rather than one master cutting guide with everything included, and you're essentially cutting up papers for layouts that you may or may not want to create. Okay, so you really do get to choose what you guys are using your products with, and I think that is a really, really great idea. So again, it's very different than anything that I've done in the past. So I was really excited to be able to be invited to participate. And again, if you guys have additional questions about that, put them below or send them to me in a message, and I'll be so happy to get back with you. You can get the guide and all of the photos for all 12 layouts with the $75 order over on my shopping website. Okay. And since this is different than my business, this is a promotion that is outside of everything else that I offer. So it's kind of a standalone thing. Okay. So again, if you guys have questions, just reach out to me and I will be glad to further explain to the best of my ability so we can get you guys all hooked up. Okay. So again, something brand new that I've never participated in. And so really excited about that. So something that you guys are very used to seeing in my business are the free kits that you guys can get with your website orders, right? So again, this month we've got a card kit, a quick kit, and a great, giant, enormous, big workshop. And we're going to have an up-close peek at all of them. So buckle in, get your iced tea, and let's go, okay? So the card kit that, as you guys know, we do a live class the following month for this is going to use sentimental framing. So there's a really great stamp set, a really great die set to put these together. Now, again, as we have talked in many months prior, you guys know I call it a Create Your Way workshop. That means if you guys want to use stuff from your stash, if you have a different die set that you want to use, then you use a different die set. You don't necessarily have to order what I am showing you. You can use things that are in your stash if that is easier for you. And so I create these with a sense of versatility on purpose, right? So you can really get the most out of things that you may already have. And if you see a die set or a stamp set you really like, well, then add it to your stash, put it in your shopping cart, and you guys will be good to go, right? So this one is going to use the beautiful gallery 6x6 papers. Now, I was not really a fan of these papers, you guys. You know my artwork by now. I'm usually a little bolder, a little more brighter colors. I don't really go for this more elegant style. It's just not my thing. It's gorgeous, but it's just not really my thing. I have to tell you, I absolutely love how these cards turned out. They are beautiful, absolutely beautiful. They're simplistic the way I like them. They have a bit of an elegant feel, which is also very fun. And they are going to be very versatile regarding the sentiments that you guys use. So we're going to use papers from the beautiful gallery 6x6 paper. You can see the amazing detail that the sentimental framing die, that large frame, will give just plain basic beige cardstock. It is awesome, you guys. This die set is completely awesome. It has all of these different shapes, different sizes of frames. Like, imagine the fun that you are going to have with these. See, these frames are so great. I immediately saw them and I thought, wow, that would work really great on a scrapbook page. Like, I know it's sized perfectly for a card front, but that would be great for a border around an actual photo on a scrapbook page. So I feel like this would be a set you guys could reach back for again and again for a lot of different projects. But if you have another frame in your stash you would rather use, that'll work great too, okay? So we use the Sentimental Framing Bundle. So it's the die set and the stamp set, which has a lot of really great versatile sentiments. You guys can get a better up close peek at the artwork over on the blog for this one. You'll see a lot of the up close photos. Look how beautiful that scenery is. Now, the fun thing that you guys are going to get in your kit when you qualify for this with your order. So this is one of the kits that you can earn with a $75 website order. And it doesn't matter what you buy. It just has to be $75 before your tax and shipping, okay? And before you take off any stamping rewards, or pardon me, after you take off any stamping rewards, okay? So $75 subtotal, we'll put it that way. But what is really cool about it is there are actually 12 different patterns in this paper pack. We make 6 cards in the kit. So what I actually did was, instead of breaking them up where not all of the kits were going to match, I just decided I would send for you guys in your kits all 12 patterns, and then you can pick your favorites. So you can pick whichever 6 you want to create with this kit that are your favorite, and then you can use cardstock from your stash and use up the other 6 pattern papers if you would like. So your cards could look completely different than mine should you so choose, or they can look like mine if you would like them to. So 6 of those, a variety of card bases you guys are going to get. You're going to get the pattern paper, the cardstock for your cards, as well as for the die cutting, as well as the card bases is what you'll get in your kit. And you can see we just did a little bit of very simplistic embellishing on the inside of them all as well. Again, really quick and easy. I love them way more than I thought I would. I have to be honest. I really love them more than I thought I would. It does come with the full bulk cutting guide. If you guys want to make much more of these, if you're listening to this and you happen to be a demonstrator, you can go and purchase the file through PayPal and offer it to your customers if you would like to. There are still some people that enjoy doing that. But I did want to mention one more thing that is on the supply listing, but you might not notice, okay? I'm a little scatterbrained because I have somebody out in my driveway and I don't know who it is, to be honest with you. So I did use this sprig, this really beautiful sprig here from the Thankful Garden die set. Now, the only thing I used from this die set is the sprig. I mentioned that to you guys so that if you have another sprig in your stash that you would rather use rather than buy this entire die set to get the one I used, then you can do that. I didn't use any other thing from here except this really beautiful little image here, okay? So you will not find that in the Sentimental Framing Bundle, but it just needed something else to kind of help be a bit of a focal point, okay? So I wanted to mention that just so there's no misconceptions, but please always, you guys, go over to the blog post and take a peek at the supply list. I don't ever want anybody to not be fully understood on what is offered in the kit and what you need to put it together if you want to put it together like I did. So we'll have class in August for this one. It'll be a live class. I think we'll have a good time. And again, it comes with the files and all the good things. Let's look at workshop number 2, okay? So this is another one that we call a quick kit, and a quick kit is exactly what it says. It's just wildly quick. This is a workshop that Cricut is doing the hard work for you, not your die cuts, okay? So this one has some really beautiful collage images here that I've done with Cricut. You guys know I love playing with Cricut. It's very simplistic and quick to put together, and it's going to hold a lot of photos, okay? So we're calling it Sunshine on My Mind. That's what you'll find it referred to over on the blog post, okay? There is a full cutting guide with this and a full Cricut Design Space file with this. You can get it through PayPal, or it can be one that you get with your qualified website orders, okay? So you guys know, I did a little bit of changing back the 1st of June. And so for every $50 that you spend, again, this is before your tax and shipping, every $50 that you spend, you can pick a workshop cutting guide, and you can pick any of them, okay? For the $75 order, you can get a set of cutting files, but you also can get a pre-cut kit of your choice. So that could be the Sentimental Framing that I just showed you. It could be the add-on kit for the weekend adventure that I'm getting ready to show you, that kind of thing. So for every $50 that you spend, you can get a cutting guide. So if you spend $100, you can get 2 cutting guides, okay? So that can just go up the bigger that your order gets. So this could be one of the cutting files that you might decide to choose. Now, I will let you guys know, I don't normally announce this ahead of time. This is going to be a pre-cut kit offering later in this month, okay? So if you love this and you're like, yeah, I don't do Cricut Sue's, I love the pages, but I'm not touching my machine or I don't own the machine, then you might want to wait for the pre-cut kit offering that will be unveiled here in the coming weeks, okay? So we'll have a look at the pages. And again, the cutting files and the Cricut link are already available for this workshop. So if you think I have to make this today, you can have it today, my friends. You'll just have to do it yourself, right? So you can see beautiful titled here, collages here, sunshine on my mind. You've got a lot of beautiful little Cricut flowers. There's lots of Cricut flowers. Again, I cut all those out on Cricut. There's no dies, no punches, okay? So Cricut is gonna do all the hard work for you. And if you get the pre-cut kit from me, obviously all of the hard work is done for you. You just get to enjoy the part of assembly. So you can see lots of great usable photo spaces, a matching right page on here. You guys know my love of making my pages match. It's just a thing for me, okay? So that was page number 1, sunshine on my mind. Page number 2, you guys, I roll my eyes at my own titles sometimes. It's ridiculous. I don't even know where this stuff comes from, but I think it's hysterical and I have too much fun. So this is a layout that has all of those darling little cute cocktail glasses or those fun little summery drinks from the Celebratory Sips collection. That's the paper pack that we use, of course, if you have not, if you may or may not know that, but it is going to feature a really fun page of all of these fun fruity drinks, right? That you can trim out with your scissors, or you can use the dies for some of them to trim them out. And so I had to find a page title that would be a little punny, okay? So we've got, instead of an exceptionally good day, you have an exceptionally good day. I don't know about you, but I think it's darn funny, okay? And if you don't think it's funny, I might not be your cup of tea, and that is okay, because there are many of you are not alone. But I think it was so cute. I think it's absolutely adorable. So you can have an exceptionally good day. So this will be so fun with so many of your summer photos. I am so excited. I can't even wait. So this one has some beautiful little collages down here. Your focal images are kind of down here at the bottom of the page this time. But you can see lots of those fun little drinks piggybacked on top of each other with some fun embossed florals as well. You can see I use the Glass and Gardens embossing folder. So after I cut out all of those flowers on the Cricut, I ran them through the embossing folder, and it made such a beautiful texture on there. Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm completely obsessed, you guys, completely obsessed. So lots of really fun little cocktail glasses, little drinks, you know, so barbecue pictures or beach pictures or whatever, it would look awesome here. Okay. So layout number 2, an exceptionally good day. The third one, thank you, Jillian. I appreciate that. The third one is You Shine Bright. Just a fun fact, you guys, when I cut out these large titles, I had the insides of the letters, and I thought, well, I have to find a way to use those, right? I didn't want to waste them. So I used a lot of the letters to create another title on the third page. That's why it's so big. So it's definitely a focal part of this page, and they are so big. So you've got the beautiful bright yellow cardstock base behind it to kind of help all of that. You know, it doesn't look quite as cluttered when you've got that backing, that little offset feature around there that I love. So you've just got something that says You Shine Bright. So again, it's going to be a really great summertime layout that's going to hold a variety of photos with not a super duper themed title, right? So completely cute, completely adorable. Again, you can see lots of those really fun little drinks there. If you guys didn't want to feature the cocktail glasses, you can omit them, and you still have a lot to kind of fill up the space where it doesn't look bare and keep the title as is. And then your florals, of course, are going to coordinate really, really well with this beautiful paper here. So again, lots of great usable photo spaces. I think you guys are going to enjoy this one. I really do. So you can get the cutting files with your website order this month, or if you want to hang tight and wait, there will be a pre-cut kit coming. Okay, so let's talk about the one everybody's been talking about. This workshop absolutely caught like a wildfire. I don't even know what is happening. Holy bird jeepers. Y'all were really wanting an outdoor workshop, obviously. So this one uses the Weekend Adventure Scrapbooking Workshop Kit, okay? It's over on the shopping website. It's $37. It is a workshop kit that creates 3 layouts, okay? Like, we were like, we saw the 3 layouts and we said, hold my beer or whatever, right? It's like, hang on, I'm going to show you. I got 18 pages out of this thing by adding a pack of early espresso cardstock. It is crazy, you guys, absolutely crazy. We're going to have a look at them here in a second. But this workshop, like all the others, comes with a full cutting guide, okay? And when I say cutting guide, I mean like it's going to walk you through. There's no step-by-step instructions, but everything is labeled. So when you punch out all the die cuts of the kit, it shows you which layout it goes on, which side of the page it goes on. It shows all the print and cut pieces if you're cutting your own, or if you get them for free with a qualifying order, it tells you which layout they go on, which side of the page. You've got your full cutting slide, so your paper trimmer will make quick work of this. It's going to cut really quickly, you guys. It's very, very fast. Very fast, okay? So it comes with a full color cutting guide. You can earn it for free with a $50 website order. You can get it through PayPal at the bottom of the blog post without making a qualifying order. Or you can wait until later on in the month or next month whenever I do a pre-cut kit. I am going to do a pre-cut kit offering with this one. And so I will be taking orders for those in the coming weeks, and you guys can get it completely ready to assemble if you would rather do that. What I am also offering is all of the Cricut pieces. Now this is 8 sheets, you guys, 8 full pages of Cricut die cuts. Holy cow. These are designed by myself. I love to play in Cricut. They're all hex codes, match the paper collections. It's a whole thing, okay? I have way too much fun. So these are completely fun. The titles are completely punny, kind of like the exceptionally, like I can't help it. I'm here all night, you know, like bada bing. You heard a drum set, you know you did, okay? But this is one of the kits that you can redeem with a $75 website order, okay? So if you place $75, maybe you need to get the workshop kit, the package of the early espresso cardstock. Again, all the supply listing is over on the blog post, okay? That blog post, I think, is the one that's linked in the pinned comment on this video right here, just FYI. But you can take the workshop kit plus the pack of early espresso, which is on sale till tomorrow night, okay? And put those together, and instead of 3 layouts, you're going to get 18 pages. It's wild. So 9 layouts, okay? But if you'll place a $75 order, you will get the Cricut pack for free if that's the kit you choose to redeem. Now, if you would rather get the card kit, you can do that because you're like, hey man, I would rather get the card kit because I'm good at Cricut and I can do Cricut, no big deal. You can pick. That is what is different from June going forward, is now instead of showing you guys, these are the kits that I have available this month, this is what you get with your order amount, I'm just letting you pick which kits you want. So you can pick whichever kit you want with a $75 order. If your order reaches $125, that's the next bracket. And this is all over on the blog post, you guys. $125 order, you get 2 kits of your choice. So you could get the card kit and the Cricut kit if you wanted to, or you can go back and look at the old workshops, and if I have them in inventory, you can pick those Cricut kits. So you get to pick and choose which kits you would like, okay? So that being said, let's have a look. We'll have a look at the pages. We kind of took a peek at the files. You guys, I just have to show you. Holy cow. This plate is sinking full, okay? Look at these fun images. What's really cool about this is if you are someone that's very fluent in Cricut, and if you're like, Suze, I do Cricut, but I don't know how to do print and cut. Inside my workshop files, there are 2 tutorials that are linked inside the files that will walk you through start to finish on how to set up everything for print and cut. All you need is an Explorer or a Maker, you know, one of the newer machines that uses Design Space, and you need a color printer. That's all you need. You don't have to have a different size printer. You don't have to have 12 by 12 paper. It's completely awesome. But the cool thing about when you guys qualify for a workshop kit with me is you now have the Cricut file. So if you love, like maybe you're over, like maybe you're done putting all the weekend adventure pages together, but maybe you have more camping pictures or more outdoor pictures, or you're like, I just love that frame, right? Then you can cut as many of these as you want and print them and cut them from your own home and have them to use on many, many other projects, right? It's completely awesome. So make sure that you check out the supply listing over on the blog. That'll show you everything that you guys need to be able to make that happen. Or if you want to just make it easier, I will do it all for you, and you can earn these free with a website order, okay? So let's have a look at the pages. I think my camera is up high enough that I won't make you guys dizzy. I'm completely obsessed with this layout. I love it. It just feels very balanced, really, really cool. It definitely is like waiting for your outdoor pictures. I love it. So these titles, Life is Made of Great Adventures, and I Love You to the Mountains and Back. And of course, it's got one of those really cool frames. The two sizes of frames that I created in Cricut are for 3x4s or 4x3s and 4x6s and 6x4s. Okay. So those are like the main sizes I feel for scrapbooking. And so you get both of those frames we've used in the pages, but also again, it's created in the Cricut link. So if you guys want to create more of them, you can from your home once you have the files, in your possession. So some fun little focal elements. Again, these are a mixture of die cuts, stickers, pattern paper that came in the kit. It's just like this fun eclectic mix of all of these little elements that I just adore. This is another Cricut piece that I created, Explorer here. I just love them, you guys. Absolutely love them. Okay. So we will try to get through all of these pages. You guys, created in Cricut is my favorite thing to do. Look at that font. I Love You to the Mountains and Back. And then you've got a few different trees that are layered behind there. Oh, I love it. The fun thing about this kit, you guys, if you've not looked at it closely, it comes with, of course, your neutrals. So you've got your early espresso, you've got your basic beige, you've got your crumb cake and your pecan pie. So your really beautiful browns and your beiges. But then it's got a little bit of a spectrum with it when it comes to the accent colors. So it goes all the way from your reds, so like your Calypso Coral and your Cajun Craze, right? So they have a red vibe to them. Then you've got your greens, your multi shades of greens, and then you've got some blue. And so I was challenged to be able to create a workshop that was very pleasing to the eye, but it featured all of those colors. And you guys know those are like wild colors to put together, right? I have to say, I'm super happy with how it turned out. I'm not gonna lie, I really do love it. So you've got this, the first one was a little bit of red and green and brown. This one's got some blue and green and brown. So you've got some fun titles here. Mountain air runs through my veins. Yes, I don't know where this comes from. It came from my brain, but I don't know. They just come to me in my sleep or something. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. It's okay, right? Camping is my favorite sport. Home is where you park it. I love it. I absolutely love it. You got some fun, just little bits of, some of them are die cuts, some of them are paper that we've stripped, some stickers. Everything on the cutting guide will show you exactly what you need to cut and what size you need to cut it. And then all you guys have to do is put the pieces together like a puzzle. Okay. So you're looking at the puzzle box and you just put the pieces together like a puzzle. My work is not difficult. It's very simplistic. That is why step-by-step instructions would do nobody any good, because the work is so easy. You can literally put it together by looking at a picture. It's awesome. So don't be overwhelmed. You're going to love it. Okay. So more of those really beautiful, different size, different layered trees. These are all individual images that you just put together, kind of like a sticker or a different kind of die cut. My favorite image, I think, in Cricut on this layout is this fun little sign. So think about the fun little bit of journaling that you can add here to this cute little wooden sign. I love it. I love it. And again, think beyond these layouts and use the cutting files and the Cricut link as a resource, okay? So think of it in ways that you can use it and make it stretch beyond this project, where now you have beautiful outdoorsy journaling spots for other pages and other projects, right? So it's going to be awesome. You guys are going to love it. Some beautiful metal embellishments on here, the floral motifs, and then also, I think that's what they're called. I probably got that wrong. Some beautiful linen thread that is my favorite twine that we have in the entire catalog, and I used it on every single layout. This one is another awesome layout, and we're kind of shifting back to the reds and the greens, right? So you've got Life is Better Outdoors. You've got some fun explorer images up here. Life is Better in the Woods. I just love it. It's just very fun. It's a little challenging, you guys, to bring together Christmas trees and lumberjacks. That's what I see when I see this layout, but it looks totally awesome for outdoors. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So you've got some really fun focal images and titles up here in the corner. Down here, you guys kind of know that's like my signature. I take, instead of spreading little images out all over the place, giving it a cluttered look, they're kind of stuck together in groups, right? Like little clusters, just because I feel like it makes a little bit a cleaner of a page, and it's a little bit less distracting, especially when you go ahead and you get your photos added onto here, right? So you got a few fun little pennants on both sides, just again to fill up a little bit of that blank space and use up some of those stickers and those die cuts that come in the kit. And you can see we just take a bunch of those little tiny bitty images, piggyback them all together, and you have a beautiful focal point here. I love it. Absolutely love it. This one's one of my favorites, okay? I like them all, but the titles on this one just make me giggle every time I see it. So this just, I don't know, I just see like campfire and s'mores and all the things. And so the title here is Let's Get Toasted, right? So like for toasting marshmallows, not like getting schnockered. Of course, if you want to put pictures of that in your album, you do you, right? But I'm thinking marshmallows. I think it's completely adorable. So let's get toasted. And your campfire cutie. I just think it's absolutely stinking adorable. Great photo spaces again on this one. So a lot of really big, great photo spaces that I think you guys are really going to enjoy. You can easily take these 3 6x4s and flip them on their edge and have 2 4x6s or even 4 4x6s on top of each other up here to take up that space. So all you would do is take this little bit of paper and these stickers and move them up a little bit to make room for the 2 rows of photos. So you can see they're just so easy to kind of maneuver around and truly make the workshop something that's going to work for the photos that you have and the orientation and sizes of the photos that you already have printed ready to go in your albums, right? So this is a bit of one of the exclusive base pages that come in that workshop kit, which is always really fun when you can get those workshop kits because they have things featured in them that you can't buy separately. So they're not a part of the sticker sheet. They're not a part of the paper pack. They're completely exclusive. And it's this beautiful, beautiful wood grain paper. You can see lots of beautiful stickers and die cuts, more of those little wooden signs. I've got a little campfire here I made in Cricut. There's your Let's Get Toasted, okay? Over here, kind of the same thing, more fun Cricut pieces. That one was created in Cricut. Another fun little two-tone campfire here. Little sticker that's a heart and some more of that really fun twine. So you can see it's just about, in my mind, taking a lot of those little tiny bitty pieces and putting them together, and then they make a really beautiful focal image. This one is The Best Memories Are Made Outdoors. I love it. So again, we're transitioning from the red and green to the blue and green. I love it. Here's your beautiful 6x4 frames. So again, think about how you can take the page and make it your own. This is vertical. This frame turns on its side, you guys. It will lay down too. So if you have a horizontal 4x6 instead of a vertical 6x4, flip this sucker over. It'll work just fine, okay? And you can see you've got all of this open space where changing the orientation and the sizes of your photos affects nothing of the pattern, okay? So it has a lot of variety there. So you've got the beautiful, this was a die cut that came with the kit. Again, you're not gonna find that in the sticker sheets, okay? Die cut that came with the kit. You've got just beautiful pops of the blue and green throughout, and I love it. So this was just a fun little die cut that came in the kit. Some more of the trees that I made in Cricut and your title there. Of course, the frame is one that I made, as were the trees here. You've got a fun little sticker for some journaling if you would like. Just a few little pieces here and there, just to, again, that's the purpose of scrapbooking, right? Is to decorate your photos. If not, you'd leave them in a shoebox. So this is just really about drawing attention and dressing up our photos a little bit. So you can see just a little bit more layering here, just a little scrap of paper behind there, some trees, and a few of those die cuts and the Cricut pieces layered on top, and it makes just a completely beautiful look. Now, this one is kind of unique. I don't know that I've ever done anything like this before, and it turned out to be another one of my favorites. So I took a lot of the circular images and stickers that were a part of the kit, and I just started piggybacking things and layering them in a really fun way. You can see lots of usable photo spaces, okay? Just on this single layout alone, there's 7 4x6 photo spaces. It's wild, okay? So to kind of dress that up, right? Because that's what we do around here with our photos, right? Is I took a ton of the circular and little elements, die cuts, Cricut pieces, stickers that would all look really complementary together and kind of fit into that color palette, right? And kind of piggyback them, right? So you've got like a die cut here. Take the trails. That's a sticker, I'm pretty sure. That's a sticker. You've got a Cricut piece here. This is a die cut. This is a die cut. This is a Cricut piece I made. So we've just kind of stacked them all on top of each other and did this fun layering thing. You've got a beautiful little image down here that you can do a little bit of journaling on and that kind of thing. And there's just this fun little decorative element over here to the left part of the page that I absolutely loved. I just loved it. This here and this one here are Cricut pieces that I made. And if you'll look closely, it has these double hearts, or these 3 or 4 hearts, I guess, with some fun little camping images here, which is absolutely ridiculously fun, right? So it was just a fun little element to kind of peek out from behind there. And then you've got another one that matches over here. It's got life is made of great adventures, and I love you to the mountains and back. And yes, I did get a little carried away with titles. So what that means is you guys can use less titles if you would like. You can put titles on different pages, it's up to you. But I had made so many of them, I just felt like I couldn't not use them. So if I found a space I could put a title, I pretty much put a title. So I love these that I created, Let's Sleep Under the Stars and 5 Billion Star Motel, which I thought was completely awesome. So again, I went a little overboard. If you guys are kind of over it and you're like, that's a little much, Suze, you can take some of them off. They're your pages, you can do what you want, right? So again, more of that fun bit from the left. That's kind of my thing. I say it every time, you guys. If my pages are siblings and they're lost in the supermarket, I want the store manager, when he finds them, to know they go together, to put them back together, right? I want them to look enough alike and have elements that are paired enough, that are cohesive enough that they know they go together. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're symmetrical or that every single thing is exactly identical or you have to have 2 of everything. That's not what I mean. I just want to have elements that are on one page also have those same elements on the right page so that they have that really beautiful complementary look. That's really, really important to me. And so again, another layout that we achieved that on. This one is What Happens at the Campground Stays at the Campground and Get Laughs At All Year Long. I'm sorry, I just think it's hysterical. So this one is fun. You've got this really fun little log. I think this was either a die cut or a sticker. I can't remember which one, but I remember it was one image and I cut it in half and I used the other half over here. Because again, we go back to that cohesiveness, right? I got to have whatever's on the left over on the right. So we've got really awesome titles. Again, these are little images I made in Cricut with our big focal title. And then just some other things that are piggyback behind. So your stickers, your die cuts, some embellishments, and your twine. And you've taken a lot of little tiny bitty cluttered elements and we've made a big focal image, which is really fun. Okay, so again, it's gonna hold lots of awesome sized photos, not all those little teeny tiny ones, okay? And again, we visited the red and green palette again. Now we're switching back to the green and blue. So this one is, it's all good in the woods and Love You More Than Mountain Air. You guys will notice these titles are all very similar in size. So you can flip-flop them back and forth. If you want to use a different title on a different layout, then you do that. It will fit just fine, okay? So you got more of the green and blue, Wander, Wander, and Repeat, and some really fun mountain die cuts as well. Again, these are multiple images, you guys, so you can do what I like to do. You can layer them, you can stack them, you can use foam tape if you like dimension like me, stick twine in between them if you want to really give them this really beautiful look. I don't like the look of a flat scrapbook page. I know I'm a few people that are like me, okay? Not everyone's like me. A lot of you guys really like them very flat, so they fit in your album. You can fit a lot of pages in there. Fully respect that. We can still be friends. I don't care about them being flat. I like them fat and sassy, and it doesn't bother me that they're chunky when I'm done. I like that dimension. That is what, in my mind, makes it become art. It looks so artistic when you've got different elements that are paired on top of each other. They're overlapping, they're piggybacked. I love it. So even if it's something just simple like this little sticker layered on top of these little elements here, just like touching the top of my photo, this has a little bit of foam tape on it just to kind of pop it up there. Again, it's not everyone's cup of tea, and I understand that. I just love the look of it. I don't like them flat. And so if you like them with a bit of dimension where you can layer things and tuck them underneath or next to, this is going to be an awesome workshop for you, because I've done that on every single page and pretty much all the nooks and crannies that are available, right? This one is fun. The titles here are Let's Get Lost and Find Our Souls. I love it, you guys. Life is better in hiking boots. Down here says time is precious, waste it wisely, which is super fun, right? I just love it. You'll notice it's got buddies on either side, right? This was my very last layout. It was literally just scraps. Little scrap of the lumberjack paper, which is the plaid paper, but it looks like lumberjack to me. Little scraps of the tree paper, right? This is a sticker that I cut in half so I could have a piece on either side, right? Little scrap of the hiking paper. So you can see bits and pieces on either side. So again, there's enough cohesiveness that if they were separated, you would know that they went together, right? So lots of fun little details and elements completely throughout. And you can see a lot of additional photos over on the blog I always take up close pictures of my clusters. So if you guys are kind of curious about how they all go together and you want to have a better look at that, then just hop over there at the Just Crazy Blessed and you'll see it. It's the newest post that's there. Okay. So again, if you guys want to place a $75 order, go over to the supply listing in the pinned comment to see what all things you guys need, okay, to add to your shopping cart. But when your order reaches $75, this is one of the kits that you can redeem for free. It will be packed up in a cardboard. They come in cardboard mailers like this. They're very, very sturdy, okay? They'll come in a cardboard mailer. There will be a QR code on the front here that will take you directly to the cutting guide and the files and all of that. So you guys will have everything that you need to begin working on your kit. And these will most likely make it to you before your Stampin' Up! Order does, because they come right from me to you. They will not come in your box because it's something I have created and it's an incentive I am funding for you, okay? So if you guys want the 8 sheets of the Cricut print and cut pieces, place a $75 order on my shopping website. And again, I said, remember, if you wanted to grab more than one kit, you can earn more kits the higher that your order goes. Okay, I hope that makes sense. If you guys have questions, which I'm sure that you will, post them below or send me a private message. If you want to talk in depth, send me a message. We can talk through voice message, or if we need to talk on the phone, or however I can serve you to the best of my ability. I'm super happy to do that. Okay, so thank you for joining me. Sadly, Facebook will not show me comments again. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It's very frustrating, but it will not show me comments this time. So if you guys have commented and all the things, I have missed it, but I'll go back and address those. Thank you so much for popping in today. I'm so grateful, and I look forward to serving you next time.